Here's a list of 80 biggest wars in history from before 1st century, based on total casualties, scale, and impact on world history. Ancient and Classical Wars. 1. Greco-Persian Wars, 499 to 449 BCE. 2. Peloponnesian War, 431 to 404 BCE. 3. Wars of Alexander the Great, 336 to 323 BCE. Rome vs. Samnites in Italy. 4. Macedonian Wars, 214 to 148 BCE, Rome vs. Macedonia. 5. Punic Wars, 264 to 146 BCE. 6. Gallic Wars, 58 to 50 BCE, Julius Caesar vs. the Gauls. 7. Jewish-Roman Wars, 66 to 135 CE, Jewish revolts against Rome. 8. Hunnic invasions, 4th to 5th century CE, Huns vs. Europe and Rome. 9. Punic Wars, 264 to 146 BCE. 10.3 Kingdoms War, China, 184 to 280 CE. 11. Goguryeo-Tang War, 645 to 668 CE. Medieval and Early Modern Wars. 12. Arabo-Byzantine Wars, 629 to 1050 CE. 13. Crusades, 1096 to 1291 CE. 14. Mongol conquests, 1206 to 1368 CE. 15. Hundred Years' War, 1337 to 1453 CE. 16. Wars of the Roses, 1455 to 1487 CE. 17. Ottoman-Hungarian Wars, 1366 to 1526 CE. 18. Viking invasions, 8th to 11th century CE, Vikings raiding Europe. 19. Reconquista, 718 to 1492 CE, Christians reclaiming Spain from Moors. 20. Norman conquest of England, 1066 CE, William the Conqueror. 21. Swiss Wars of Independence, 13th to 15th century CE, Switzerland vs. Habsburgs. 22. Ming-Turpan Wars, 15th to 16th century CE, China vs. Turpan Khanate. 23. Spanish conquest of the Aztec Empire, 1519 to 1521 CE. 24. Spanish conquest of the Inca Empire, 1532 to 1572 CE. 25. 30 Years' War, 1618 to 1648 CE. 26. Qing conquest of Ming Dynasty, 1618 to 1683 CE. 27. Great Northern War, 1700 to 1721 CE. 28. 7 Years' War, 1756 to 1763 CE. 17 to 19th centuries wars. 29. French Revolutionary Wars, 1792 to 1802 CE. 30. Napoleonic Wars, 1803 to 1815 CE. 31. War of 1812, 1812 to 1815 CE. 32. Taiping Rebellion, China, 1850 to 1864 CE. 33. Crimean War, 1853 to 1856 CE. 34. American Civil War, 1861 to 1865 CE. 35. Franco-Prussian War, 1870 to 1871 CE. 36. Bloodiest War, 1881 to 1899 CE. 37. First Sino-Japanese War, 1894 to 1895 CE. 38. Spanish-American War, 1898 CE. 39. English Civil War, 1642 to 1651 CE, Parliament vs. Royalists. 40. Anglo-Dutch Wars, 1652 to 1784 CE, naval wars over trade routes. 41. War of Spanish Succession, 1701 to 1714 CE, over Spanish throne. 42. Jacobite Rebellions, 1689 to 1746 CE, Scotland vs. England. 43. First and Second Opium Wars, 1839 to 1842, 1856 to 1860 CE, UK vs. China. 20th 21st Century Wars. 44. Second Boer War, 1899 to 1902 CE. 45. Russo-Japanese War, 1904 to 1905 CE. 46. World War I, 1914 to 1918 CE. 47. Russian Civil War, 1917 to 1922 CE. 48. Chinese Civil War, 1927 to 1949 CE. 49. Spanish Civil War, 1936 to 1939 CE. 50. World War II, 1939 to 1945 CE. 51. Korean War, 1950 to 1953 CE. 52. First Indochina War, 1946 to 1954 CE. 53. Vietnam War, 1955 to 1975 CE. 54. Algerian War of Independence, 1954 to 1962 CE. 55. Congo Crisis, 1960 to 1965 CE. 56. Sino-Indian War, 1962 CE. 57. Six-Day War, 1967 CE. 58. Soviet-Afghan War, 1979 to 1989 CE. 59. Irano-Iraq War, 1980 to 1988 CE. 60. Mexican Revolution, 1910 to 1920 CE, revolution against dictatorship. 61. Italo-Turkish War, 1911 to 1912 CE, Italy versus Ottoman Empire. 62. Greco-Turkish War, 1919 to 1922 CE, Greece versus Turkey. 63. Manchurian Incident/Invasion of Manchuria, 1931 CE, Japan versus China. 64. Winter War, 1939 to 1940 CE, Soviet Union versus Finland. 65. Balkan Wars, 1912 to 1913 CE, Ottoman Empire versus Balkan states. 66. First and Second Congo Wars, 1996 to 2003 CE, African nations conflict. 67. Chechen Wars, 1994 to 1996, 1999 to 2009 CE, Russia versus Chechen separatists. 68. Ethiopian Civil War, 1974 to 1991 CE, rebels versus Ethiopian government. 69. Nigerian Civil War, Biafra War, 1967 to 1970 CE, Nigeria versus Biafra. 70. India-Pakistan Wars, 1947, 1965, 1971, 1999 CE, over Kashmir and independence. 71. Lebanese Civil War, 1975 to 1990 CE, various factions in Lebanon. 72. Yemen Civil Wars, 1962 to present, ongoing conflicts in Yemen. 73. Gulf War, 1990 to 1991 CE. 74. Yugoslav Wars, 1991 to 2001 CE. 75. War on Terror, Afghanistan, Iraq, Syria conflicts, 2001 to present. 76. Syrian Civil War, 2011 to present. 77. Russo-Ukrainian War, 2014 to present. 78. Israel-Gaza Wars, various, ongoing. 79. Libyan Civil Wars, 2011 to present, overthrow of Gaddafi and factions fighting. 80. Armenia-Azerbaijan conflicts, Nagorno-Karabakh Wars, 1990s, 2020, 2023 CE.